Hi, welcome everybody. It's Mike Newton down here at Lytham Golf Academy, and I've got the new Mizuno ST190 Driver in my hands to test and review for you guys. We've got HMT GC2, we'll look at some numbers, give you some ball flight numbers as well as my personal feedback on this driver. It also has a bigger brother, which is ST190 Driver. I've just done a review of that. That should be on my channel now as we speak. If not, it's going to come very, very soon. New drivers for Mizuno for 2019. Let's see how they perform. Okay, so ST190. This is coming in at a 9.5 degree loft. There's also a 10.5 degree loft available. Interchangeable shafts on obviously adjustable neck sleeves, so you can dial this loft up and down by up to 2 degrees. So a little bit more sort of dialing in with the two loft options there. So if somebody's wanting a higher lofted club, then the 10.5, and you can obviously loft up from there. But again, the looks of this is absolutely stunning. When you put that down by the golf ball, the look, the black gloss finish, the white edging, that lipstick sort of back section, the Mizuno logo, black face, looks incredible. Definitely got the look of it absolutely bang on in my opinion. And also the acoustics. And that's what I mentioned in the other video with the G version, which has got the movable weights. The acoustics was very, very impressive. The sound of it off the face is very positive, and they've put a bit of technology in this harmonic sort of technology. There's a word in there, I can't quite remember what it is, but some harmonic something technology, which basically wears like little ribs inside the club head, which is breaking up the sound waves, which creates that right acoustic sounds. And I think they've got it absolutely on the money there. It's a nice positive crack without it being too dull a sound, which sometimes feels like the driver's a little bit dead. Sometimes you find these composite and titanium mixed drivers. Okay, so what technology we're seeing in the new driver? So starting with the club face here, we're seeing an SP700 titanium face, which is a harder material than the traditional 6.4 titanium. So 10% harder, again creating extra ball speed coming off that club face. We've got that wave technology which saw as an introduction into the ST180 driver, which was last year's model, but this has just been revamped and made a little bit deeper. So this recess behind the front of the head, especially that bottom section, is a little bit deeper, a bit more aggressive, and some sort of waving as you go back through the sole of the club to the back section. So again, as that absorbs the energy of the ball, it's transferring the spring effects back to the club face, back into ball speed, and again helping on miss hits, probably in more that bottom of the strike with that recess section behind the actual club face. Let's get this next one here. Oh, it's a lovely ball flight. It's a little bit higher ball flight there, so we've got that 16 gram weight at the back section. That's a great hit there. Yeah, 311, really good hit there. What was that spin number? See, that spun just over 2,000. So Mizuno is saying this is their sort of mid to low spin driver option. The ST190G is the low spin option. So with this fixed weight now, there's no adjustable weights on the sole, it's a fixed weight and it's positioned right at that back section. It's probably just creating a little bit more spin as against the G version basically, but that's a great, you know, for a more forgiving or a more back-weighted driver, that's a really good spin number. So we're also seeing that carbon crown, which is made a little bit lighter again, which is saving more weight and again repositioning other parts of the club head to create bigger MOI. That weight at the back is increasing MOI also. So again, it's trying to make it a little bit more forgiving on those miss hits. Wow, love that. I really enjoy hitting that. Feels superb. Not quite as long as the other one, but 294, very acceptable there. Maybe that spin's just gone up a little bit more with that one. Yeah, so 2,800, so that spun up a little bit more than previous, which is why that distance has just dropped back. But the flight of it is stunning. It feels quite a forgiving golf club, but I think that just the whole balance of the club feels really easy to swing. I just feel really comfortable with that. I'm loving the look. So again, that helps to performance. You know, if you sit a club down and you think, wow, yeah, I like that. you tend to sort of swing and hit it a little bit better, don't you? Okay, so I've just made a little tweak adjustment to the neck sleeve here, and I've dropped this loft from a 9.5, which I've just hit with those first 3 shots, down to an 8.5. So I've taken 1 degree of loft off, just to see if I can try and get my spin just down that little bit more. Now, what happens is when I change that loft a little bit, just change that face, the way it sits, and to me that sits a fraction open, a fraction. So as we reduce the loft, it's just going to open that club face a little bit more, and then it'll do vice versa. As you add the loft, it'll just start to close the club face some more. So again, if you've got certain shot shape, you can use that to your advantage. But again, going through a fitting session, you might have to buy a different loft, as in a standard loft stamped on it, and then alter it to maybe get this club face in a position that suits your shot shape in a way. So just got to remember that will just change that face angle a little bit. Okay, fractionally low. That was felt a really good strike there. Just slightly up that right hand side. Be interesting to see what's done to the spin number. So 311 there, so the length's up there straight away, so I'm guessing that number's down a little bit, so 2281 on that spin. Let's hit one more. And that flight is just to die for. And the sound is great. There's another good hit there, 309. Okay, so that's made a little bit of a difference, just changing that spun at 2.4. Just change that little bit of loft there. It's just brought that spin down. Visually, as I see, that's just dropped that flight down fractionally there, giving it a little bit more penetration. Right, okay, so look at some numbers. So that was the 9.5 loft, and obviously down to the 8.5 for those last 3 shots. So we're going to look at launch angle there, 11.9 against 10.6. Obviously we'll see just that little bit lower on the launch with the 8.5. Ball speed just popped up a little bit more, and to be fair, clubhead speed did a little bit as well. Didn't really feel that, but just maybe felt a bit more comfortable swinging with that, I don't know. So spin number 2548, so for a 9.5 degree with a weight at the back, a more forgiving driver option, that's a good spin number for me personally. 2.5 is pretty good for that type of driver, so definitely in that lower spin area with this particular driver, and obviously just dropping that loft by 1 degree, you can see there, just dropping that average down to 2308, so made a significant difference there. You see the peak height 35 to 30, descent angle came down, carrier went up, and obviously a bigger total distance. Okay, so there we go. There's the driver, the ST190 from Mizuno, and I'll tell you what, it's a great driver. That is ticking a lot of boxes. It looks superb, it feels superb, the sounds are absolutely on the money, and I think the numbers are really good as well. And obviously you've got a bit of dialing in to do, and if you want that really low spin option, you can jump over to that ST190G. Again, there'll be a link up there all very soon to go and watch that, because that was a bit of a beast. Putting those weights forward definitely changed those numbers, and I've got some really good figures for me anyway. The one thing I haven't actually mentioned, which is it doesn't really affect the performance of the drivers, but we've got numbers on the head covers, bit retro style. So we've got that leather style, but we've actually got numbers. So the 3-wood's got a 3 on it, driver's got a 1 on it, a bit more old school. Anyway, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on the ST190 driver. Is that something that's on your radar? I think that's a great driver. That's really chucked the mix in with some really good product launches this year for 2019. So it'll be interesting to see how the year goes on performance and sales and the directions that maybe you guys go as purchases. As always, my message to you is to go and get fit. You've got to do that. A lot of shaft options, neck settings, different types of heads to suit spins. Definitely go and get fit. Okay, thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, then please consider doing so. Hit that bell icon so you got notifications of any future videos. Follow all my social media platforms, so Instagram and Twitter @MNGolfCoach, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.